All right, welcome back. Today, well, we got a little bit of a problem today. Not a bad problem, but a problem nonetheless. Not all problems are bad. I got a booking last night, overnight, like at midnight or sometime. I was asleep and I got the shoot in, mainly because I forgot to cancel an invoice. I was gonna cancel an invoice for a shoot that someone had asked for, but they never got back to me, so I kind of thought they ghosted me, which isn't the end of the world. It happens a ton if you're in this business. So it's not the end of the world. It's not a big deal. I just figured, okay, well maybe they just they got too busy and they weren't able to book, or maybe something happened and the shoot's not gonna happen, something like that. There's typically a reason along those lines of like either too busy or the shoot got moved or canceled or something. Don't know, doesn't matter, not the end of the world. But they ended up paying the invoice like at midnight. So I have another shoot today in addition to the one I'm going to right now. So again, a problem because I wasn't expecting it, because I had it in my mind that we were gonna, cancel the invoice and no big deal. But yeah, that's what's happening today. Right now, the first shoot is a profile shoot. So they're gonna use these photos for, social online stuff, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, stuff like that. So it's not like a corporate headshot, and it's not just your standard profile shoot for like portraits. There's a little bit more involved of capturing more candid style, real life, slice of life kind of stuff that isn't just tilt, turn, smile kind of shoot. But that's the first one. We got a couple hours. We're gonna walk around the guy's neighborhood. There's a park, and then we might hit Deep Ellum after, if we have some time, to get a few, a little bit more city texture vibes going. But that's what's happening right now. The kit I have, so here's the thing. Here's the kit I'm using. I'm bringing the 24-105 f4L lens, of course. I think I have my 50mm in here, my 51.8, my old cheapy nifty 50 from the 90s that I love so much. And I have those two lenses. I'm probably just gonna use the 24-105. I'm bringing the 50 just for fun, really. I don't really have a good reason. I'm probably not gonna use it. Yeah, but I decided to bring the Canon RP because I haven't used that camera in, I think, a couple months. It's primarily my backup stills camera, but on occasion I like to use it for various shoots, just depending on what the shoot calls for. If I'm only doing photos and there's like zero chance that I need to get video, then I'll try to take the RP just because it's a little bit lighter. It's got a little bit more megapixels. I can crop in a little bit more if I have to, and just to keep it fresh in my mind a little bit, because it is a little bit different mechanically as far as like all the buttons and stuff. You can't do as much as quick as you can with the R6, but it's still obviously a really, really, really good stills camera. So that's what we have. We have the RP, and I'm pretty stoked to use that. The only thing is it doesn't have the joystick for the focus, so I have to tap on the screen, which my brain's gonna kind of have to get used to for a second, but I like using the RP. It's a lot lighter. So anyway, that's what we got so far. I'm gonna take care of this shoot first. Should be pretty fun. The weather is perfect, I think. Could be a little bit more cloudy, but that's fine. We can totally work with this. The temperature is amazing and it feels great outside right now. So we're gonna take care of this. I'll try to get a few clips for you if I can. We'll see, but that's the plan. First shoot, profile, portrait kind of style shoot. Then I'm gonna go home, try to do the photos within a reasonable amount of time, and then get prepared for my second shoot this evening. And I'll talk about the second shoot in a little bit, but first things first. We'll do this, and then get some coffee, and then we'll figure out what the heck we're doing the rest of the day. That is a wrap for now. First shoot went amazing. It started to get a little bit warm for me because I am dressed in all black like a genius. But yeah, the guy was totally awesome. Complete natural. So when you're doing a portrait shoot or any kind of photos with a person in them, there's a good chance that they might not want to be photographed, or they're just not comfortable being photographed. And I think a big part of kind of being more of a professional, you know what I mean, in the sense of, like, you know, being the what people kind of associate professional skills with is getting the client, the subject that you're shooting, to relax, to be more comfortable. The way I typically do that is I listen to the cadence of their voice. I listen to kind of what the things that they say, the way they deliver things. If it's more formal, I try to match that rhythm and that cadence in their voice and their speaking and their manner of just presentation. I try to match it, not mimic them, not like copy them, you know, but I try to match their vibe a lot more. So if you're, you know, if we meet and you're more outgoing, even though I myself am very shy and very quiet, I will probably end up matching that in a professional situation like this. When I'm working, there we go. That's a good way to put it. I will match the person's I'll match the vibe just to make them a little bit more comfortable. Because the last thing you want is someone uncomfortable and who doesn't want to do the things that you're asking them to do. So if you can have them more relaxed, more chill, if you can get them joking and laughing, then that is most of the time for situations like this where it's more lifestyle. That's more optimized or it's better. There we go. That's what I'm trying to say. So what I'm doing now, within reason, is I'm trying to go home. I want to work on these photos, but I think I ended up taking 500 or so. So we have to go through and cull everything. I think I want to send everything off to my editors just so I have some time to kind of grab some food and kind of hydrate a little bit better. And then I have to change a little bit for my next shoot, but I want to try to get a little bit of time of just relaxing before I have to go to my next shoot, because this shoot was 2 hours. My next shoot is 4.5 hours, and that's tonight / this evening / tonight into the night. And anything I can do to not stress myself out physically and or mentally before the next shoot is going to be great. That's what I need to do. So I did grab my coffee, if you couldn't tell, because that was 100% needed. But the gist of it is I'm going to try to see what it's going to take to do the photos. If it's going to take me too long, I'm not going to worry about it today. I'll worry about it tomorrow or on Monday, whatever day is after tomorrow, and we'll go from there. Because again, I don't like being stressed in between shoots or stressed before a shoot. I can be stressed after, but before a shoot, no, I need to be able to focus and do my thing as best as I can, especially a shoot like this evening where I have to kind of be on it. Not that I wasn't on it right now, but again, the guy from the first shoot, pretty stellar. He was awesome. So, I still haven't gone over my next shoot, but I promise, I'll go over my next shoot in a little bit. So let me get home, figure out what I'm doing, change out my gear. We're gonna be switching. I'll tell you what the heck that is too, because we're not using the same gear. But yeah, I'll be back in a sec. I can't believe I got my shoot done in that little space of time that I had. I got all the photos taken care of, so that's a nice kind of sigh of relief. It's nice. I don't have to worry about that now. So now I'm on my way to the second shoot. Second shoot is it's an event gala, fundraiser for a nonprofit here in Dallas. In the I believe I'm going to the Arts District, but yeah, I believe the gala is from 6 to midnight, but they have me covering 5:30 to around 10, because everything after 10 is just kind of mingling and whatnot. But they have some structure up until that point. So there's some speeches, there's some giveaways, there's some speakers and all that. You know what I mean? Just fun gala stuff. Hence, the slightly nicer apparel, if you will. But what I did for this one, I switched out. We're bringing the R6 for this. I have the 24-105 f4 L-lens. I also have the 17-40 f4 L-lens. I'm probably not going to use it that much. I would probably guess that maybe 30 minutes at the most I'll use that lens, but it's just to get some wide establishing shots of crowded rooms and fun times, if you will, with the entire space that I'm going to be at, because it's a nice little building that I'm going to be in. I'm pretty stoked to shoot in because I've wanted to shoot in there for a while. But that's the plan. 4.5 hours should end up with a ton of photos like I typically do for anything that long. But yeah, it should be fairly easy. So 2 lenses, R6 body. I also have the Godox flash with the Godox dome diffuser, and a set of batteries in the flash right now, and I have 2 extra sets of batteries because I think I'm gonna end up using mostly flash. Just usually when I shoot in these old historic buildings, the lighting's always either very yellow and or very dim. Camera wise, like, you know, looking around, being there in person, it's just lighter, like moody vibes. But for photos and such, especially if I want to push anything past f4, then it's usually way too dark for anything like that without, you know, cranking up the ISO to like 6400 or something ridiculous. But that's the plan, is to use the Godox flash with the dome diffuser for the majority of the shots. I'm gonna take a look around when I get there to see if I can maybe go without the dome diffuser, but I am not that optimistic. We'll see how it goes. I'll try to get a quick shot of the inside to show you what I'm working with, and then we'll do like a small recap if I can. Probably not on the way back because it's gonna be dark, but when we get back to my studio space, we'll do a quick recap of how everything went, because I'm pretty confident I'm gonna have to use the dome diffuser for the majority of the shots. It's just, it ends up being nicer, and I can kind of bounce a lot more light off of the diffuser than just pointing it to the ceiling, because the ceiling's probably gonna be a very, very tall ceiling. I don't know. I'm gonna check it out and we'll see how it goes. But that's the plan for right now. Is new kit, big bag, well, bigger sling bag, 2 lenses, flash, diffuser, 4.5 hours. Should be fun. Lots of walking. Okay, that's a wrap for today. Well, it's actually, for me, a very, very different day from that shoot. So let's go over things real quick. So if you saw the clip, you saw towards the very end of the little walking in the halls section, when I get to the big gala room, the ceilings were pretty high, but they were all domed and they were all white. That made everything very easy to shoot with the flash. So I didn't use my dome diffuser anywhere near as much as I anticipated. Glad I brought it because I did still use it towards the end of the night, but for the most part, bouncing everything off the ceiling was just perfect. The main kind of gathering areas of that building, the ceilings were the ceilings were closer to around 10 to 12, maybe, probably around 12 to 15 feet, somewhere in there. Fairly low for a building like that. So bouncing off the ceiling was just perfect. I didn't have to power up the flash as high as I would need to. But then in the big main kind of gala room, I did have to push the power a little bit, but it wasn't bad. I think I only went through, I went through 1 full pack of AA, and then I switched to a second set towards the end of the night because they weren't getting low yet, but it had already been close to 3 hours of just, constant firing of a flash. So I wanted to make sure that I had fresh batteries and for the speaking part and the dancing parts and all that good stuff. But yeah, everything came out exceptional, thanks to the nice ceiling and the nice, just the nice building. Made it a lot easier to shoot stuff like that than if I was outdoors or if the ceiling was painted black, any of that nonsense. But yeah, overall, great shoot. Photos came out wonderful, so I can't really complain about anything other than that day I ended up walking over 6 miles, which for me, for work, is a lot. So needless to say, I was pretty tired at the end of the night, hence why we're doing this on a different day. Anyway, that's gonna wrap things up. I have to go. I still have some prep work to do for a few other shoots that I have coming up this week. So like, share, subscribe if you want. If you don't, I don't care. I do. I gotta go. Okay, bye.